With the third pick in the 2016 NFL Draft, the San Diego Chargers select Joey Bosa, defensive end, Ohio State.
The Chargers gave us the first surprise on draft night, taking pass rusher Joey Bosa. Tom Telesco pulled a fast one on us, going with the All-American out of Ohio State. Welcome in to Draft Grades Live, presented by Bud Light. I'm Colleen Wolfe with Bucky Brooks, Maurice Jones-Drew. All right, the draft was great. Now, though, we can all judge all summer long on how all 32 teams did. We're going to grade all of them, but specifically today we're starting in the AFC East and the AFC West, all right? We were all in Chicago. That was fun when Joey Bosa's name was called. This was basically the first pick of the draft, though, too, because we knew that Jared Goff and Carson Wentz were going to go with the top two picks. So, MJD, what's your grade for Bosa?
You know, I'm going to go with a B. And reason being is this. I thought Bosa is going to be a 5. I think he's going to be a 5 technique. He's going to play defensive end. And that's where he needs to be. He's an inside pass rusher. So you get a guy who's going to be able to attack guards. He'll help with that pass rush. He'll help with the lack thereof they had last year. I think it was immediate impact. I just feel like some people, I thought he was going to be a 4-3 DN, but he fits more of a 3-4 DN. You get great value there.
And he had that whole, mafioso suit look going on, too. Bucky, I know you know these prospects so well. So what's John Pagano getting with him?
Well, he's getting a workman-like rusher, a guy that he can put in his nickel defense and put him on the edges. I know we're trying to figure out where he's going to play in base, but the reality is the Chargers are going to spend 70% of their time in their nickel defense. You want to be able to get after the passer. Joey Bosa is a guy that has proven to be able to do that. Great hand skills, outstanding quickness at the point of attack. He'll find a way to be a productive pass rusher. May not be a double-digit sack artist, but he's going to be a guy that is consistently in the face of the quarterback, and there's value to that.
All right, so with their second pick, they turned to offense, and they got a compliment for Antonio Gase and top-rated tight end Hunter Henry with the second round. Bucky, how'd you like that?
You know, I like that pick because Antonio Gase is probably in the last year of his career. You want to get a pass-catching tight end, a guy that is mobile, athletic. He's a guy that I think is a precise route runner with sticky hands. In this league, you need to have guys that can affect the middle of the field. Hunter Henry certainly impacts the game inside the numbers.
Okay, here's a look at the rest of the Chargers draft. 3 of the Chargers' first 5 selections were on defense. SoCal's Max Turk also there with fullback Derek Watt. That's J.J. Watt's little brother heading to San Diego, MJD.
You know, I like that pick. I think that you do that, you add a fullback, they're going to go more of a pro-style offense, not as much a shotgun as they had in the past. You get Melvin Gordon going, get his fullback there, let him lead the way, because we know he has a little problem with vision. Help him out there a little bit and see where it goes.
That's right. Well, how happy was Big Bro? There it is, J.J. Watt. He tweeted this out after the pick. Could not be happier and more proud, bro. Incredible. I'm definitely coming to visit. I mean, I hope so. We're brothers, right?
San Diego might be a little bit nicer than Houston, too.
That's true. Well, those two will actually play each other the Sunday of Thanksgiving week when the Chargers, they will visit the Texans in Houston. All right, Bucky, how do you grade San Diego's draft class?
I'm going to give them a B+ for their grade. I think it was a solid overall haul. And when you look at the class, I think they got some nice weapons. We talked about Joey Bosa, Hunter Henry, Joshua Perry should be able to get in the mix. I like the depth of their class. I think they have an opportunity to get better, and they have to get better because the pressure's on Mike McCoy this year.
Yes, they absolutely do. Let's stay in the AFC West. The Raiders, they gave us another surprise, looking to boost a pass defense that finished 26th last season. They selected safety Karl Joseph out of West Virginia. He is coming off that ACL, but how do you think he fits with your old team, MJD?
I think he fits well. I think you put him in that Cam Chancellor spot where he's going to be the bullet. You saw that tackle right there. He's going to come down. He's going to FaceTime people, as Ike Taylor likes to say. This guy here has no problem creating contact. He likes to be confrontational. He fits that Raiders system.
Then in the 4th round, they made an interesting pick, trading up for Connor Cook. Bucky, they have Derek Carr, so is Reggie McKenzie just looking to develop a quarterback so he can sort of flip him in the future?
Well, I think it's a couple things at play. I think they need a backup quarterback. Matt McGloin is a guy in his last year of his contract. They wanted to upgrade the backup quarterback position. Connor Cook could be that, but it's also insurance against Derek Carr. If Derek Carr regresses at all and Connor Cook shows a little promise, you now have a quarterback in place that can take over the reins. And worst case, if Connor Cook plays well, you auction him off, get another pick back, and you continue to build for the future. I like this pick because he's a proven winner. He has some nice traits and intangibles. Why not take a pick in the 4th round, someone that can help you get better?
Yeah, and he was just part of a defensive-heavy draft for Oakland. They also added Calhoun, a 3-time All-American defensive end out of Michigan State. The Raiders, they haven't had a top 10 defense since 2006. And Bucky, they seem to be on the right path now.
They are on the right path. Reggie McKenzie, Jack Del Rio, and that staff has done a great job of assembling talent on defense. They're beginning to build a monster in the black hole. Jihad Ward, Shalik Calhoun, guys that can jump into the rotation. Karl Joseph being a guy that can make a presence in the hashes. They're going to menace and intimidate people. I like what the Oakland Raiders are building.
All right, you've had a few days, MJD, to sit back, I'm sure, and relax and rejuvenate and think about all of these picks. So how would you grade the overall draft for the Raiders?
I'm going to give them a B. And reason being is I was there with the Khalil Mack, Derek Carr draft and how productive that 6th and 7th round picks were. They were able to play. I don't know if their 6th and 7th round picks here are going to be able to play, but I think they did a great job of addressing needs on the defensive line and getting that pass rush going.
All right, so solid B, still room to improve. How would you grade Chris Jones' reaction, though, when the Chiefs traded down and took him with their 2nd round pick? This is a solid hug when he hugs the commissioner. Wait for it. Here it is. There it is. It's a pretty long embrace. After learning that he was traded or headed to KC, Jones spoke about his readiness to play.
Man, I'm excited with a lot of mixed emotions, and I feel great, man. I feel great. I'm going to good defense with a good team, so I feel damn excited, man.
It really hasn't sunk in yet, huh?
Yeah, man, it sunk in when I first got the call, man. I couldn't believe it, man. I couldn't believe it. It's a different type of feeling, man.
All right, Bucky, how do you like the move by the Chiefs, swapping picks to grab Jones?
Really good pick. This guy that many expected to go in the 1st round, he is a natural 5 technique. Many plays on the outside edge of the tackle, long, rangy, athletic. He's really an inside penetrator in this defense, a 3-4 defense where you're looking to really create opportunities for your edge rushers. He is a guy that can eventually command a double team, create one-on-one opportunities for Tamba Ali, Justin Houston, and D Ford.
All right, well, the Chiefs, they had a pretty balanced draft, only doubling up on receivers, DeMarcus Robinson and Tyreek Hill. Both have some character concerns, but nothing Andy Reid can't handle, MJD.
Well, no, Andy Reid's been around guys with attitudes and personalities. I think they drafted guys that fit their system, guys that could catch the ball and make plays after the catch. That's what you're going for right now. You're not making a big risk when you're taking a guy in the 4th round. Obviously, in the 5th round, I think you can, if they do mess up, you can kind of go away and find someone else next year.
All right, MJD, or Bucky, how do you like this draft class for them?
It was a solid overall class, but I'm going to give it a C+ because there is some risk involved. We talked about the players that have some baggage in the background. You're going to flip the coin and see if you can really come up on heads on those guys. I think they're talented enough to really pay off, but it's dicey because you know the background.
Little dicey.
You can't do that. You got to at least give them like a C with a chance to improve.
I gave them a C+.
Well, what if they get better? What if the guys like pan out?
But then in 3 years, we'll have a different grade.
We'll revisit this.
I'm just trying to make sure.
C+.
All right, C+. It's our lowest grade yet. Let's go to John Elway's draft. Taking an aggressive approach, Denver trading up for Paxton Lynch, a mobile guy for Gary Kubiak's system. This was his reaction when he got the call from the team. MJD, you like the trade, the grab here? They went up for him. I mean, hopefully this will be their future quarterback.
I loved it. I think when you're looking at this guy, we weren't going to play with Mark Sanchez. That's what we weren't going to do. He was insurance. So you go get a guy that's mobile. He fits your system. You know he's not going to do much. He's going to do the half-field reads. It's going to be very simple for him. Gary Kubiak knows how to get quarterbacks to play well. You saw what he did with Matt Schaub. You saw what he did with Peyton Manning and Brock Osweiler. I think this guy here fits that again. And every one of my mock drafts, I had him taking him at 31. They move up to go get him. I thought it was great.
Okay.
Huge pick.
After the pick, the Broncos head man tweeted this: "We're thrilled that Paxton Lynch is going to be a Bronco. He fits what we do very well and plays the game with a lot of enthusiasm." So here's a look at the rest of the class. A few guys coming off injuries: Adam Gostis and Devontae Booker. Overall, though, they drafted 4 offensive players, 3 defensive players, and a punter, Bucky.
Yeah, I'm okay with what they brought in, but the guy that really stands out to me is Devontae Booker. Devontae Booker from Utah is a perfect fit in that zone-based system. You're talking about a guy that can be a star. Leading up to the draft, I compared him to Arian Foster. Gary Kubiak coached Arian Foster with the Houston Texans. We saw the production that he was able to get out of him. Look for Devontae Booker to be a big-time player. I'm not a fantasy guru, but if I'm playing fantasy, I may grab that guy.
Look at this. We're working some fantasy in, too. What's the grade for their class?
I wanted to give them an A so bad, but
why not?
I gave them a B+. And the reason being is this. You still have a young quarterback that's used to sitting. You're going to have to throw him into the fire right away. And I thought some of the guys you picked, you already have them on your team. I really like Devontae Booker. That's kind of why they went to the B+, A- range.
All right. It's fair.
I thought they could have did better.
B+ for the Broncos. Now, for the AFC West as a whole, who were the best picks, Bucky?
The best pick for me, Paxton Lynch going to the Denver Broncos. It is rare that a team is able to identify the guy that they want and then they're able to get him off the board. Paxton Lynch is a perfect fit. He is an upgrade to me talent-wise over Brock Osweiler. The fact that he's mobile, athletic, with a strong arm, he is a perfect fit in that play-action system that complements the zone-based running game. He could be a big-time player for them.
All right, what do you think? Offense, defense, where are you going here?
I'm going to go with the same team, same side of the ball, but Devontae Booker. This young man here is going to just change their whole running game. I personally feel like you have 3 running backs now. They're going to run the ball more. I see Denver going back up with this draft, getting back to the top of the AFC West. It's going to be a tough division. I think, again, Bucky talks about him being Arian Foster. I see him the same way. Just he's a different type of runner. He's more of a lower-your-shoulder type of guy. But I still think that like Bucky said, they identified what they needed, and they went after it.
Yeah, and Gary Kubiak, he loves a running back that can move in his system like this, so that's going to be a great fit.